is Black Series Edition LLC. I do more of these sit down talk powwows than I do is showing off our technology. But then again, we've done just about everything you could possibly think of. I'm going to be doing a special page for showing off our ultra short throw test demonstrations. I had no idea I literally did that many test demonstrations on that $60 projector, but he had quite a lot of them. So I'm going to be loading those up into a massive amount of video players, and we have another one we're working on. I think it's on the Crystal Ridge page. Let me see that for a minute. Crystal Ridge page. We have a lot of our demonstrations on there. Let me see. Oh, we got a demonstration page. We do have a demonstration page on here. So we'll load those up on there too. So we're gonna do half and half. All right, so let's talk about price wise, because I've been getting this buzz back and forth like, okay, you guys are not gonna be making other screen paints anymore. No, we're not. We can sell these, and the only reason why we can sell them because it's collection. Because that means the company can't. They're not gonna market these. They're not gonna basically do anything with these because it's a rare collection. It means basically if a client asks for it, there's a good chance that they can or she or he can get it or can't get it. So they want something they can get their hands on 24/7 around the clock that we can process all the time. And this is something they won't be able to get. So with that being said, we can offer this to the customers, which I wanted to do to begin with. This will be for customers only. Companies are not allowed to buy this. This is just for the customers only. So over here, we gotta change all this out because now we have a new number. I'm going to be generating a 1-800 number for the company. That number is going to be for we need for the rares. We do need it for that. But we have my own personal number, which is back and forth the contracts. That's different. That's constant communications right there. All right, so we're gonna have to make some changes here. We're not here. Everything here is good. Price wise, we have well, I'll tell you what the price wise is going to be. The gamer can't be on here because we're not doing the gamer at all. Period. Because the gamer is going to be part of something else. Let me see. I was writing the beginning of Rare Luxury. All right. Let's see. What is the Rares collection? I finished writing on that one, and this one right here. I have this at 18. Looks good at 18. Yeah. It's a little too big right here. Oh, is this 18? Let me see. 18 here on our font size. Right here. So basically, for one of the rarest ones we make, we only make about. Maybe that's better. We only make about 5 of these per month. And these are going to run in the range of anywhere between, well, the price we haven't decided yet. Depends on how much we're going to pour out for this thing. Price could range anywhere in price range of $1,000 to $1,500 a quart. And as I said before, this is going to come very interesting. The containers alone just for this are $100. Just for the containers. So let me see. Alright. Alright, we got purchase policy. Only one per person, one purchase, only one per purchase per household. Per household. Household. It'll be nice now. Be nice. We need to work here. You don't need the confusion. Per household. Per household. Per household. So it's one per person per household. Gotta make this thing per one item. Let's see. Okay, per purchase. Okay, purchase policy. One per purchase. Tongue twister there. One per purchase per household. Only one choice selection is allowed, which means because, oh, wait, no, there is only one of these. That's the alpha. Alpha has two. This only has one, so we wouldn't have to worry about somebody choosing something else. So that wouldn't be an issue right there at all, period. Oh, come on, let's be nice. Let's not do the dumb nonsense. Be nice, okay? So we would have basically, please note, if a second order is placed, this will be returned back to your account. Please note, if a second order is placed, your second order will be refunded back to your account. Please note, if a second order is placed, your second order will be canceled and your money will be returned back to your account. Okay, that's better. Right here. Hopefully she didn't butcher that right there. So what we have here is only one purchase per household. Please note, if a second order is placed, your second order will be canceled and your money will be returned. Back to your account. So that's in a few minutes, back to your account. All right. Nope. Give me another one. I thought. If the second order is placed again after being canceled the first time, then consequences. If the second order is placed again after being canceled the first time, then both orders will be immediately canceled. Can I picture that another when I said that? Immediately canceled. Penalty for making multiple orders. Really? Penalties for making second or I never get what I want out of this thing. Penalties for making multiple orders will result to no orders made for the whole year. There we go. That's what I wanted. Results in no orders made for the year. So basically stating that if you are able to get one of these products right here or find one of the products available, if there are 2 or 3 left in the cart, if you decide to go in and make a second order, the money will be returned. The second order will be returned back to your account because we can't process it because there are rules, our policy that we follow by strictly. But anyway, so clearly states that the penalties for disobeying this policy that we put in here means that both of your orders will be canceled. First policy, only one per person per household. Please note, if a second order is placed, your second order will be canceled and your money will be returned back to your account. If the second order is placed again after being canceled the first time, then both orders will be immediately canceled. Penalties for making multiple orders will result to, we should be result to, because make sure we spell this out correctly. Result to, no, they butchered the crap out of this right here. They definitely butchered the crap out of all of this. Result to, no orders made for that year, because it's only available once a year. Let me explain something to you. When you're dealing with people that, well, put it this way, I've had to deny a couple of people this week. And like I said, I denied a couple of people this week because these are people who have received bans from us for doing some really dumb stuff. Now, I'm be dropping in a massive policy into the Black Series links and information page. And that's where we're going to put another policy in there for knockoff projectors. Which again, you explain to people, don't do this. Because this can result to you getting in a lot of trouble. We're also going to put a policy in there for fake reviews against our products. Don't do this, because this will get you in a lot of trouble. And just to put it out there, so the individual understand, just because you haven't been contacted yet doesn't mean you're not automatically in the process of getting taken care of. Because some people feel that they haven't received any paperwork or anything, they got away with it. No, you did not get away with it at all, period. I have 4 years to execute on you, which I want to execute on you as soon as possible. I need to get all this wrapped up before the summertime kicks in. So we are fully aware, and trust me, it will be taken care of, and you will be addressed. So just because you haven't seen anything in the mail or nothing, everything has gotten quiet, it's not quiet. I plan to have these individuals taken care of before the summertime kicks in. You will be taken care of, trust me. I got to call in real quick today with the CCB to see exactly where we're at with the court date for one of them right now. Because one already has a court, we already filed one against one of them for copyright infringements. So we have to go in for that. And this one right here, which is pretty much an open and shut case, it's an extremely easy case. This is not going to be hard to get it taken care of. The other case, which we have with Solid Wake 5, another one is an open and shut case, very easy case. Hardcore evidence against this individual, definitely showing him committing fraud. So, again, don't worry, we'll get to you. We'll definitely get to you. All right, so let's see. Penalties for making multiple orders will result to no orders made for that year. And we're definitely gonna be getting to you. Don't worry about it. Let me see. Some of y'all got to worry about, not us. Some of y'all violated some very serious copyrights. And that's something you're really going to have to worry about. And yet the other fellow has been taking the name Frankenstein and making money off of it and hasn't paid this company any royalties at all whatsoever. He's got to pay for that. And you get the other one who stole someone's logo and stole a lot of stuff at the end of the day. He stole a lot of stuff from Google, images and stuff that just weren't matching up to be his at the end of the day. But that one guy by Vega 7, yeah, we were able to contact him. And he was very interested to see you have the exact same duplicate as his name. You're just missing the 7. That's it. And he has a copyright. So they're going to have to deal with them too. I'm trying to figure out who owns the right to Frankenstein now. Is it Freak? I think it's Universal Studio owns it. That owns it. I had that right there from the door. But whoever got it, because it's passed from one person to the next. But whoever has it, he has to pay royalties. Can't use people's names without their permission. Can't go up there and say, hey, look, I'm going to get a restaurant. I'm going to call it Dragon Ball Z. And even though you may not display any of the characters of Dragon Ball Z, the name itself belongs to somebody. And if you made any money off Dragon Ball Z restaurant and you didn't pay them a dime, or even tell them you were using their name, they can take you to court and sue you for royalties. You have to pay them money to use that name. So what they're going to do, they're going to calculate how much food you sold compared to how much money you have to pay them, and then they can turn around and sue you for damages and whatever else. At the end of the day, they can say, hey, look, we want more than that. We want this restaurant. We want this, that, and the other, and they will get it. Can't do that. If that was the case, you would see some of the weirdest stuff, restaurants and things pop up. Yeah. Can't do that. That's what used to happen down here in Philadelphia. We used to have these stands down. This is a long time ago. We used to have these stands down here, and they would sell counterfeit Gucci's and all this stuff, and all counterfeit pocketbooks and stuff. And the city would come along with the inspectors, and they would find those stands, and if they didn't have that permission, they'd shut them down. And that wasn't the end of it, just shutting them down. And mind you, when I was smaller, I thought they shut them. That was the end of it. But as I got older and I learned about certain rules and regulations, no, these people literally got sued. They took the daylights out of them. Can't do this. When they have sneaker conventions and all that stuff, you know, there are people that walk around through there acting like customers, but they're actually people that work for the company trying to see if there's anybody down there counterfeiting their stuff. So that's pretty much what you did. It's pretty much like counterfeiting. You know, when you had the face of that monster and you can't, oh, that's definitely certain. You can't do that at all, period. You ain't going to do that. It's copyright infringements left and right. Got to pay those royalties for that. Let me see. Now, someone was saying I think they say things to see how much I know. I know quite a bit. I know for a fact that how they find out. They go through your financial institution to figure out you are making money off this. There's a paper trail. There's always a paper trail. They can go right through PayPal. They can go pull up your information. And if you delete your account and all that, doesn't make a difference. PayPal's a copy of all your stuff regardless. And they'll go in there and they will basically find that paint named Frankenstein, and they will find out how many times they sold this paint here, here, and here. My PayPal transaction receipts pull that up. If I get a detailed transaction receipt, I can show you what I sold, what date I sold, how much I sold is right there on the transaction receipt. That's the same thing. They're going to basically, they're going to get a subpoena to get from PayPal, because PayPal is going to do the whole block confidential thing, but they're like, nope. Not today, buddy. You're going to come here to this lawyer, give you this piece of paper, you're going to hand over the information, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to hand it over, because then they could get sued, and they're not getting sued for that. And they're going to go through that document, they're going to say, okay, he made money from here, 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 and here. And they're going to go and take you to court, and they're going to say, look, he owes this money. As far back as, they can say, let's just say off the top of our head, which we know is not true. As far back as 1980, they can say something like that. So we want our royalties from here to here. That's what we want. And you're going to have to pay all that money back to them. And then they can turn around and say, no, we're going to sue you just for touching our name, because you have no right to touch this. It's mine. So they can turn around and sue you with $250,000 to $500,000. Yep. But that's what he's going to have to worry about. And he can't sit there and say, well, I never sold this, buddy. We got orders from you for the Frankenstein. I got 4 orders for that Frankenstein paint and a video showing the product with your name Crow all over the containers, all over the labels and stuff. That has a time date on the side of it. And your name Crow over top the paint. This is why I told him at the end of the day, stop doing dumb stuff like signing your name over top the paint. That kind of dumb stuff. And what did he do? He signed his name, his signature name right over top the paint, being smart. Now it's going to come back to bite you in the face. Yep. The people, they would never, the business practices those guys follow, they would never ever make it in the business world. They would never make it. They just do some of the weirdest stuff I've ever seen. But yeah, he's got to pay those royalties back. You can't just do that. I mean, I'm pretty sure anybody else in the same boat, if you made some music or whatever you did at the end of the day, and you found out later on somebody was using your music or basically using your artwork without your permission, and they were making money off of it, and you weren't making a dime out of it, you're going to want your money. So anybody else is going to do the same thing. And that's what he's facing. Let me see. Right here. Yeah. I remember I was reading, before I got into this field, I was going to think about getting into silk screening t-shirts and all that stuff. Before I got into this field, I was going to invest into that. And I remember I read this story about, they were talking about how you got to be real careful about taking people's names and stuff and using it for your own personal. You can just get you sued for a lot of money. And I'll never forget they talked about this fellow who basically had this stand. He had this shirt called Just Do It, but it was something called Mikey. Oh, he took the swoosh. He took the swoosh from Nike and put Mikey over top of it. And sure enough, one of these guys from this corporation was down there walking around on the floor trying to find people that were counterfeiting, messing with their stuff, and they bumped into him. And they sued the daylights out of this guy. I mean, this guy was homeless. They sued the daylights out of him. They took everything from him. But he's making money off their name. They can't have that. And they used him as an example because they had such a horrible time of people in third world countries or in other places, not just third world countries, even down here, making their stuff and selling it without their permission. And people think, oh, but they're a multi-billion-dollar corporation. You know, they're not going to miss. It's not that. It doesn't belong to you. Whoever was the co-founder of this company had to start from nowhere to build it where it's at now. You don't have no right to touch it. Just because they're making billions of dollars, you don't have the right to touch it, to cash in on somebody else's hard work. You don't have that right. So you do deserve the right to be sued. Let's see, only one per person. Cancel so-and-so policy right there. All right. That is right there. If I put in, why is the campus so big? Let me see. Fake and knockoff projector policy. Do you see when I say fake and knockoff projector policy, the only videos that pop are us. We do tons of videos on fake projectors. Those are my videos on all fake and knockoff projector videos right there. I'm telling y'all for years to stay away from those machines. What makes it worse now about the fake and knockoff projectors is now they've gotten crazy expensive. Before you'd lose maybe about a good, maybe under $100 for them, and they started tipping over into the 250 scale, 300 scale, 400 scale, 500 scale. Now these things are like $3,500 to $5,000 for these machines. Man, I mean, there's no way in the world if you're spending $5,000 for an ultra short throw projector that you can't get native 4K. Gee whiz, they're cheaping them down, they're making them dumber, and they're charging you more money for them. You can just go out and get a P2, literally for like $2,000. That'll have a 2,000,001. That'll have 4K, and at that it'll be laser. Just go on. You go get a Samsung, Epson, any one of them. They're going to be legit. People, when I talk to customers who own these projectors, I'm like, why? Oh, because it does a 150-inch screen. You bought that for a projector does a 150-inch screen. That thing barely makes it at 100 inches in a fully lit environment, and you're just gonna get that from man. That's just messed up. Yeah, it's just really jacked up. But Hey, it's your money at the end of the day. But then when they can't get it to work and they can't get the contrast and all that stuff to pop, then they contact us because they don't want to spend 4 to 5 grand. And some of them got their own projection screens and they don't want to spend that money at the end of the day. So they come to us because we're a better solution. But even we can't help you. Where is my... oh, you know what? That policy is huge. We're not going to fit that there. No way in the world we're going to fit that there. That's a big policy. Let me see. I'm going to put that... Let me take this out. Let me put a section here. All right, this right here. All right, you don't need to grab it from there. You're going to actually take it from here. We have the policy here too. Oh, there's copyrights. Let me see. All right, let's get to 11 when I get there. But it had, I couldn't care less. But it won. I don't care what it won. I don't care. It won the freaking Olympics. It could run the marathon. I don't care. We don't support it. Not by what you, I told you at the end of the day, you don't take that risk. That's you taking that risk at the end of the day. There we go. It's the policy right here. But now we're going to have to change this too now. Oh, I forgot. We could change it over there and bring it back over here. We got a couple more I'm going to add onto that list. We definitely had to put this in here. If people are willing to spend that much money for a projector and that much money for the screen, you're gonna spend $1,500, almost close to this. We haven't decided yet, but between, let's say between $1,000 to $1,500 for this technology, and you're gonna use this. Oh, this thing is actually cheaper than the screen that you're gonna be buying at the end of the day. And it's definitely gonna be better than any certified. Of course, all this stuff is better than any certified. Don't buy this stuff if you own one of those projectors. And again, like I said, that's why we're going to put that 800 number up there. You can call us directly or just read on the freaking whatchamacallit. It says we don't support it. It'll be in every single shopping cart. It'll be displayed on the page. We do not support them. I get people will sit there and argue with me about that and say, oh, but no, I forgot the 8-man. Did I ever add the 8-man to the whatchamacallit? No, I didn't. We need to add that one. People will sit there and argue with me about, no, but you understand, it does this and it does that. I couldn't care less. I don't care if it even transforms. Don't care. I'm not supporting that thing. Can't pay me enough money to support those things. All right. We're going to add in here. These are the top ones. I need to change this font over to ours right here. Now, this is a projector I've been looking at for a while. This is actually a name brand projector, but basically it's been around since Barcode and Ronco. So it's a real high-end projector. I saw one for a really good price for around $500. I'm going to pick one of those up right there from the door. If this thing works out the way I think it does, I'm definitely going to put it on the list. But this thing has been around since the old schools. I've never heard of these projectors before. Here we go. Where's that brand right there? All right, we need to change that color over to this one right here. Right there. All right, and the new one's going to add it for this one. It's going to be that. Oh, great goodness, man. Some of these were horrible. What's that projector called? Movie something theater, something for movie theater projector. Let me see what that thing was. So we can figure out what that was. Okay, we got this one right here. Is called this thing right here. What the heck is that right there? That's what this one's called right there. That's definitely one of this. After what I seen in the demonstration, that thing was absolutely awful. This is the one that has 2,000,001 something contrast. This thing couldn't even pull up a decent contrast level. It kept washing out on the wall, of course. It didn't show anything at all whatsoever. And this one's stuck in the dark too also. So I'm gonna put this over here. Where are we at with this? Now we were going to bring a Silver Patriot. I'm not going to bother with it. I'm not even going to make it. But we were going to bring out this won't be Silver Patriot, can't be for customers anyway. Silver Patriot would be for the company, for the corporate, for them. So the Silver Patriot is not going to be made. What I'm going to do is I'm going to contact the fellow who has, but we have to do a lighter screen to be involved. I want to contact that fellow from Pro HD. I would love to be able to get him a nice hefty contract because this paint is really good. It's really good paint. I've had it over here. It's not anything that's going to be to take our products on. But for what I've seen on other people's products, it basically did an amazing job. And we didn't have no headaches, no problems, no this, that, and the other, no nonsense along with it. We were able to order, get it over here, display it, no problem whatsoever. Very professional. So yeah, I'm going to talk to my buddy about it. We have to do lighter screens if they do come up. I want to make sure he gets a contract. So let me see here. The other one right here. And we're going to update the other list too. So these are the new knockoff projectors. Gee whiz, this for these things gotten. These are top knockoffs. We don't touch these. Alright. That's that one we have. WeMax, this is the part I don't get. WeMax has been up there for at least on the Crystal Ridge page for at least about a good three to 5 years. It's been up there for a while. Because I had a run-in with one of those projectors when they first came out, when they were claiming to be 4K and 5,000 lumens. We definitely don't support that thing. Right there. Okay, do it. All right, I think it's called Ford Theater or something weird it's called. Oh, I've heard of these before. I think it's MGO, Jimo. I heard of these before. Actually, we had a conversation with this company a long time ago where they wanted me to develop something for their showroom to make their projector look good. But I asked them before I was going to do that if I can get hands on one of their projectors. And they knew what I was known for doing with these projectors, basically expose them for what they are. They refused to give me the freaking projector, so it never worked out. I said, well, you know the deal. If any one of your customers contact us, and they have contacted us, we're not doing anything for them. What they're going to start doing, and I guarantee what they're going to start doing, they're going to start, because they know on a white screen their stuff is trash, they're going to start making their own screens. For these projectors, like the other companies, they're making their own screens for their projectors. So they're saying, no, if you want the best image, it's best to marry these two together. And those screens aren't cheap. For that 100-inch was $1,400. The 120-inch was $2,300, and 150-inch was $5,000. And that's what we're going to start doing. And when I start telling you that you're going to have to basically, I'm going to look at this projector real quick. Let's see this real quick. This one here. Before we go in here, I'm going to be to get this one. So there's this one right here. Okay, so we got to go to this whole intro page. In the dark, of course, it's in the dark. They never have these things in well-lit environments. All right, can I get an ID on the projector itself? Or is it over here? Yeah. Ooh, look at the price they want for it. Look at the price they're asking for it. They're all in the same range. That's really, really poor. Poor. Well, you don't need that much basically for ultra short throw. Let's see what it is. It's a 4K tricolor. It's no freaking. They don't have no form of. Oh man, they have no form of resolution count here. There is nothing here. What it says is 3,600 lumens. So 3,600 lumens is a lot, especially for an ultra short throw. So the environment for this projector should never be in the dark at 3,600 lumens. It claims it's 4K, but not seeing anything there for the resolutions for 4K. DOP 2400 lumens. So what the freak? So wait a minute, where's the 36 lumens coming at? Capable of producing 3,600 lumens? That doesn't make any sense. Where do you get that from? Hold on. I gotta put my keyboard down for a minute for this one. How are you capable of producing 3,600 lumens? Either you produce it or you don't. People really buy these things at the end of the day. This is hilarious. Oh man, I swear. Let me get this finished. I'm definitely coming back to this. I've never heard of capable of producing 3,600 lumens on an ambient light rejection screen. 2,400 lumens without the screen providing. Oh, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So you're gonna tell me if you have the ambient light, if your screen is, oh, that's a lie. Where do you get these? That's a lie. I didn't see why you could lie on anything, man. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. This is why you got people that are now, what's next? I mean, these guys are going to start stealing Google images and claiming them to be their own images. That's horrible. I'm gonna finish work what I got to do. I'm going to come back and talk about this later on. She was just making it up, faking it till we make it. Make it up all the way through. How do you have, I've never heard of that before. I specialize in ambient light rejection technology. I've never heard that if you buy a projection screen from them that has ambient light rejection technology, that your lumen count is going to jump to an additional 3,600 lumens compared to the 2,400 lumens that it comes with. Never heard of that. That's not going to brighten your screen up. That's designed to basically cancel out light. What the frick are they talking about? The whole purpose of having ambient light rejection technology allows you to be able to have your screen to basically reject the ambient light that's going to wash out your screen. So how is it going to make your screen brighter? It's the projector that makes your screen brighter, not the freaking screen. It's not going to make your screen brighter. I'm going to call these companies. I'm tired of this mess. I got to call these companies, pick their brain, and figure out exactly what are we talking about here. That's almost as worse as telling somebody if you paint the screen the fifth time, it makes the screen slightly brighter. So, you understand what I'm talking about here. You can't put in there and say that it's 3,600 lumens, capable of 3,600 lumens on an ambient light rejection screen. So if you have an ambient light rejection screen You're going to get 3,600 lumens out of that projector. And if you don't have it, you're going to get 24. That's not true. That's the dumbest thing I've heard in my entire life. If I got a 4,000 lumen projector, it's going to be 4,000 lumens no matter what screen I hit it on. Even if it's ambient light rejection, it's still going to be 4,000 lumens. The brightness is not going to increase. Man, let me get back to my work over here. I'm coming back to this. I'm definitely adding it onto this because there's no way in the world that's even possible. That's the dumbest thing I've heard in my life. Well, it's getting there. There's no way in the world that an ambient light rejection screen is going to increase the lumen count on your projector. That is virtually impossible. If you hit it with 4,000 lumens, it still be 4,000 lumens. The only screen it's going to allow it to do is to be able to allow the screen to produce in a fully lit environment. It's going to basically absorb or reject light. That's it. Where are they getting this stuff from? I mean, literally, who's writing this stuff at the end of the day? Look at this. You got to read this stuff really carefully, really carefully. It's 2,400 lumens. 2,400 lumens. The brightness capable of 3,600 lumens on an ambient light rejection screen. 2,400 lumens without the screen. Yeah. That's freaking bananas. That is definitely absolutely bananas. So you mean to tell me that the gain is going to increase, the lumen count will increase with the projector because it's ambient light rejection? Do you even know what ambient light rejection technology is? The reason why the screen doesn't wash out if you have a screen that has real ambient light rejection technology is because the screen is designed to absorb and eject light. Where you have some screens don't have that capability. They can't absorb the light. So what happens when the projector hits it, you are basically introducing more light to the screen. You're washing it out 10 times faster. But I've never heard anybody sit there and say, oh, well, wait a minute, with ambient light rejection, you can actually make the projector brighter. You're not making the projector brighter. My goodness, just you can actually see the image that's supposed to be there in the first place. Man, that is backwards. That is so backward. But you know, might as well lie. People in screen paints do it all the time. Don't tell somebody at the end of the day, if you paint the screen a 5th coat, it's going to be slightly brighter. Or a screen that's gray can pick up a 100% contrast level. My goodness, it's horrible. So you're saying, well, you don't own these projectors, you never test them. First things first, I'm going to have to own them to know the projector's bullcrap. If a projector does native 4K, it's going to give out its resolution specs that it can do so. Certain things I see in YouTube videos when these projectors fire up, this is an ultra short throw, number one. It has no distance throw. It is literally sitting on top of the screen. And at that kind of power, even at 2,500 lumens, it's sitting on top of the screen. The fact that they have to turn the lights out and stick it in a poorly lit environment, and because the screen doesn't have the capability, number one, which plays a part in it, to pull up the contrast and colors. Now, if you were saying, well, okay, so what if they put on a darker screen? That's the problem. You can't put them on darker screens, so they don't pick up on darker screens. You're subjected to white and gray screens. It's the only screens you can put it on. So you literally just bought, you think you bought an up-to-date projector that can't even advance over to darker screens to improve its contrast levels because it can't see it. The only screens they can work on are gray and white screens, which are basically bottom dollar screens. You've downgraded on so many levels, it's not even funny. That's why if you watch that show where the people were showing up the projector in that booth, they had the screen protected and covered in certain areas so that way the screen wouldn't wash out. A screen at 100 inches or 120 inches, if you notice, didn't have any booth around it because that's the screen that would have less contact with the overhead lights that they were fearing. About 150 inches, and where that screen was standing up at, that would have more contact with the light in the environment. Therefore, that particular screen had to be covered. Yeah, I could see all that right there from the demonstration, how they were protecting the screens. And even in all that, the screen still had horrible picture quality. Because the guy on the camera just kept mentioning certain things. Like, I know the picture is bad and blurry, you can barely see it, but we did a firmware update. It didn't do it right there on the spot. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm still seeing the same blurry image. Then turns around and talks about contrast, but then takes it away and saying, well, this is not a contrast demonstration. So, no. Like, I didn't see that a mile away. Of course they had an awning over top that thing. 150 inches, it was too close to the lights. Yeah, that's just too obvious, man. Too freaking obvious. I'm sorry, Lord. Eat my food, forgot to ask the Lord for my thank you. I can't wait to go to one of these showrooms. I'm gonna point out all the mistakes. They had that screen in a special little booth with no curtains on the side of it. They knew at 150 inches, that's a big screen. It's going to take in more light than the bigger screens. That's why I said when I watch these demonstrations on people on YouTube with these high-end projectors stuck in these dark environments, these little bits of light pushing up behind the back of the screen, you're on 100 inches. Try doing it at 150 inches. That's a screen that's very hard to pretty much try to keep ambient light from hitting it because the screen is very big. It's going to absorb light, much more light. And even they noticed that when they set the screen up because that was the only screen that had a booth connected with a roof over top of it. Because your screen was washing out, they kept using the excuse that all these powerful lights, it's just so much. Oh, please. We go outside. I would love to have a conversation. Matter of fact, I'm gonna call a few of these companies up today. And I know we always get every time we contact these companies, the first thing they'll say is, well, you know, since you guys are so this, that, and that, and this, and the other, maybe you can decide. Well, we ain't signing jack for y'all at the end of the day. I'm gonna never would put my name to that at the end of the day. That stuff is freaking fake. See, that's the thing, people. At the end of the day, you got people that if these companies were to throw a little money their way, a few bones, they would easily sell out in a hot second and tell you something about this projector that is, at the end of the day, you didn't know it's trash. For a few bones, they would basically sell out for that. I'm not that person going to sell out. I'm going to tell them straight from the door what I think about their projector. And if they don't like it, then go about their business. I don't care. I'm not going to sit there and basically lie to my consumers and lie to people that I do business with and tell them that's a good projector. I don't care how much money they offer me. It's trash. Keep your money. And if they ever feel they're going to challenge my opinion, it'll be the worst mistake you ever made in your life. Not only will I cause your stock market and sales to drop, but I'll make sure that nobody will ever touch that machine ever again. Give it to me and let me test it. Let me show you what it does. I have a 720p ultra short throw projector beat your machine. So another one here. So I'm going to come back to this one. Oh man, that's even better. What the heck is this? How is this stuff even passing? Like literally. I guess we're able to see that. They got different guidelines over there. I don't know. Gee whiz. But this ain't the worst of the worst. The worst is when you start reaching $2,000 and up. Those are the worst of the worst. 4 movies. I think it's called 4 movies. 4 movies. Yeah, I had a customer come in. And he talked about this projector. It's new. He found it. Soundscan has a lot of great bells and whistles, and that projector's trash. Let me see. Oh, and there's the other one. Found that one too. $3,500 for this projector. Every demonstration I saw in this projector was in the dark. Every single one. Majority of all of them are saying they're all sitting in the dark. All I gotta do is I gotta put all their promo demonstrations side by side. Would be interesting to watch. Ugh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Little burpees here. Let's go have a lookie. We're going here. For movies. Ultra short the projector. So these are the projectors we are not supporting. But most of all, any projectors not found on our list are projectors we do not support. What's up? Any projector not found on the list of projectors we don't support. These are actually the top. What the freak? Did they spell this correctly? Oh, they just spelled correctly. Okay, because my wording's different. These are the top ultra short throw projectors that we don't support. All right, battery's dying. I'm going to charge anyway. I'm going to get that other projector too. Here's the WeMax. We already had that on there. Oh, yes. This is the other one. This is a projector we had issues with left and right. I don't pronounce the name of it correctly, but that projector right there is a freaking headache. These we're not so much concerned with. These we don't support, but the ones we really want to put a mark on are these projectors. These are the high-end projectors. We actually have this on our list. We're gonna have to look these up, but we have these on our list. Make sure we put an update on that one. Let me see where we're at on this here. Where's that projector? Yeah, make sure that update on that one. Let me see. That's the newer one. I don't need all this on here. It'd be easier if I just put down ultra short the abbreviation for it, make it much easier. Ultra short. Well, that's better for that abbreviation right there. So they got a newer model for that projector. These definitely don't work on our screens. We always have problems with those projectors. I wonder if these are the same company, but they're basically different. They're definitely spelled it differently. I wonder if they're both the same company. And this is the WeMax 1 and also 2 Nova, which we're definitely not supporting that thing. Okay, let me see. Nova. That's one there. We don't support that one. for that one. Okay, let's see. There's another one besides this one that's crazy expensive. It's not it. That's the one that was in the booth. In the booth. I don't support this one. All right, I'm going to be updating the list of all the shopping carts. This is actually found on our whatchamacallit. But like I said, we have a list right here. These are the lists of the projectors we do support. So if your projector is not on this list, we don't support it, period. So I don't want to hear at the end of the day, people say at the end of the day, well, it's supposed to be this, supposed to be that. No, it's garbage. The projector is garbage. For that kind of money that you're paying for that projector, there is no way in the world your specifications on certain, especially if you have 4K. How are you doing a projector at $5,000 and you think you can be native 4K? Amazing now. I guess 4K is too expensive to put in. Let's do native instead and charge you the same amount of price that we would charge you if the projector was actually 4K. That's literally what happened. That's what we'll do. We'll take out the 4K, save some money in our pockets, tell you some dumb story about this whole pixel shifting nonsense, and then basically we'll charge you the price for a projector that you can literally buy with native 4K. It's almost like a little initiation club. They're all doing the same thing with these projectors. So these are added to extra policies put in here for these projectors. And that's what we'll do. Charge you the same price. $5,000. What the freak kind of ultra short throw you could buy? Oh, I know when you could buy for a short for $5,000. Actually, there is one. There is I know Epson has one. I think that thing's like 6,000 lumens. It's insane. I think we want $5,000 for that one. Yeah, man. Let me see. We got this right here. Okay, so let's put in purchase policy. It's right there. That's the purchase policy there. Let's go into, this would be right here. Over here, I want to put down a section. Oh, we're going to expand this over, can't we? All right, so I want to put right here. I'm adding text in for the section here. Can I get a section for here? Do I get a section for not doing that? Okay, whatever. Let me see. That's half off right there. Why is that half off? Get out of here. Come on, move on. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. You're doing way too much. There we go. That's way off. All right. All right. right, so we got our ingredients coming in today, which is fantastic. I thought it was going to be here on Saturday. That's the day of Saturday. And somehow I skipped a day somehow. If I skip the day and the day Saturday, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be with family right now. So let me check and check my calendar. It's kicking in right now. Been here for a couple of days. So anyway, it'll be coming in today. We'll be processing orders. We'll be putting tracking numbers out today for the people who took advantage of the sale, and some people ordered the product before the sale. But yeah, you'll be taken care of today. You'll be getting your tracking numbers, so you'll be ready to go. And thank you for your patience. I do appreciate it. Now, one of the things we do when we were selling, because pretty soon we're not going to be selling, we're going to be selling this right here. But like I said, at that particular time, we would basically have people send containers back to the house and we would test them live. We had people literally back out of sending the paint to the house because, again, they knew they weren't telling the truth. Yep. Send it back. All right, let me see here. We have, let's see. Give your projector the best in high performance luxury screen paint. And they spelled screen correctly and incorrectly, so we'll fix that in there. Painting, did I just say painting? I said paint. Where'd she get painting from? Very bananas for that. Like, literally never answered. I said paint. That's incorrect. Okay, I was wrong for that one. Paint. We need a G for that one. And this is supposed to be screen, so gee whiz, seriously. Let me spell that. Google butchered the crap out of that one. And your caps are on. Why? Alright, screen. That M is not supposed to be there. Give your projector the best in high performance luxury screen paints. Let's shrink this a little bit to 18. Where 18. We'll take 19 and change that color out. Like we're pretty typing over here. Superior, immaculate. Immaculate is incorrect. Come on, man. Seriously? Immaculate. Superior. Immaculate. Okay, give your projector. Give your projector. They spelled this wrong. Good gracious, Google. Give your the best and high-performance luxury screen paint with our rarest, superior, Maculant. Designed to put your projection screen setup above the rest. Designed to take your projection screen setup above the rest. Come on. Designed to take your projection screen setup above the rest. Designed to take your projection screen setup above the rest. Above the rest. The rest. Come on, be nice. Be nice. Rest. Honestly, thinking about this, how many people are writing when it comes to their contrast levels? True, 100% ultra black contrast levels. Yeah. Breathtaking, brilliant, vivid colors. I already know from the door what we're putting in this to make this. And judging by the formulas that my Lord and Savior has instructed us to use, it is going to look absolutely incredible. Abbreviation for the thing again. XTR. XTR. Collection makes it one of the rarest screen paints to get your hands on. Collection makes it the rarest Makes it rare. Makes it collection, makes it the rarest, makes it the hardest, rarest. Compatible. So price for that is going to be in the range of $1,400 a quart. So we have indoor use only, ultra short throw compatible, advanced ambient light, available only in 32 ounces, screen size 160 to 16.9, price of $1,400. That's already saved and done. The beginning of rare luxuries. Luxury. Video demonstration is going to go there. And I do want to put in a nice colorful slideshow. Take this up. Take this off altogether. Forget that. All right. Get background change. Background change. Background change. Could I put that on there? That'd be cool if I can set that on there. That would be interesting. That's something different. Let me see if I even had that in the... I had something like that in there for doing that. No, we don't have something in there. Fancy frame with black background. So perfect. It's done already. Let me see, where's the charge unit? Oh, all the way over there. Crap. Ooh, this is nice. All right, we'll take that one. Now, we know we get the naysayers that come and go, oh, but you're taking images off Google. Well, first, let me explain something to you. We take images off Google from time to time if we're doing decorated art, not images. There's a difference. If you're taking images off Google to make your images on your screen paint seem to be more better, this is highly wrong. Because again, this is misleading to the customer, and you shouldn't be doing this at all, period. That is wrong. What we're showing off, we have here, we try to make sure we get stuff that's clip art, to something where it's got watermarks or stuff like that. And we don't touch it near it. Certain things we don't touch and we see. But this is just for artwork for the page. But when you, like I said, when you're taking images to make people think that this is what the product looks like and it's not, that is clearly wrong. You can't do that. And that's something you shouldn't be doing. If you have to fake your images, that tells a lot about your product at the end of the day. Let me see. Let me grab this one here. If we grab that, we're gonna backdrop, but then it depends on how the unit's gonna fit in there. Let me see how the backdrop comes in. We should do the backdrop in black, and then drop that image in there and see what happens. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go back here a minute. I'm gonna do the background in complete black. And then we can drop an image in there and see what we can get out of the image first. Yeah, I thought so. It's a good thing we did do the backdrop first like that. That's big enough for me to drop in the player. Let's put the player in there. First, it's bring it down some. Right. Let's see. Whew. Make some rest of this. I ate much rest last night. Okay. Change this over to. Oh, shit, I gotta come out here first. Juice. That's done. Luxury Picture Gallery. Be nice, be nice. Come on, I moved it? Seriously? Got a new number coming in for that. We don't need that there. This one we're going to do only 10 of, nope, bring it back down. Only 10 of each made each month. We should do a gamer version of it. I think I'm gonna keep the gamer version of it. No, because that makes it really rare to get your hands on that one. I want to think about that because I like this design here. I want to get rid of the design. Yeah. I'll make one that's the advanced camera. That's not bad. The dual figure way around it, but I'll keep the camera. Okay, Alpha 1. You complain about Taco Bear? 749. The simpler version. Um, 647. Oh, that's the cinema. That's the gamer. It's gonna price more. Oh, it's not just cheaper, so I thought the game was a little more expensive. This would be 647. 647. And this one right here. It's gonna be 532. That's perfect right there. All right, how many chunks did we pull on this? Not bad, not bad, not bad. Let me save and publish my work. I gotta do some wordplay over there too. I haven't had time to do that. We'll do that when I come back in. I'm gonna see how my page is looking. It's Black Series Edition LLC. Well, this has to come out of here. We're not basically selling this one. The companies. All right, let's kind of editing real quick for this one. This is different. Sorry, customer orders only. for these things. Gonna edit this one too. Let's see, 10 of each made per month. Per household, one per household, only one per. Okay, please note only one per household. Cannot order one of each. If second order is placed, second order will be canceled. Money will be returned back to account. To customer's account, money should be returned. Money will be canceled. The order will be canceled, and customer's money will be returned back to their account. Okay, if second order is placed, second order will be canceled. Canceled. And the customer's money will be returned back to their account. If second order, if second order is attempted again, penalty. What did they jack up in here? Gee whiz. Seriously? Let me see. Okay, what do we got here? Okay. If second order is placed, second order will be canceled, and the customer's money will be, it should be right here. Will be, I don't know how this got mixed up in there. should be all in there. Will be returned back to their account if, it should be here, if second order is attempted again. That should be there. How did I get intertwined like that? If second order is attempted again, both orders will be canceled. Chief. Yeah, can you do me a favor? It's all on my face right now. We'll carry them off. I'm sitting here and I'm smelling something. And I'm trying to figure out where it smells from. It smells like weed. And no sooner, I see Joker sitting right outside my freaking witchmore. Like I said, you ain't got to pull it to basically to show authority. All I did was take my ammo vest and drop it right next to the window with my piece in it and said, look, you got to move it. And they moved it. I don't play like that at the end of the day. That's the wrong person. And he was nice. He apologized. He was nice about it. If you're going to smoke that stuff, don't smoke that stuff next to somebody's window at the end of the day. I don't want to smell that stuff at the end of the day. But he was nice enough to apologize and move away. Time for that nonsense. You want to trigger me the wrong way and the wrong possible way. I'm coming missing. Now I know what you look like. That's all I need. I can ID you. Tell me when I come get you. I'm about to go out tonight and have me a little look around for a little bit. I try to be a Christian at the end of the day, man, but I still come from the Badlands. It's still embedded in me at the end of the day. That's right next to my window. At least he apologized. He said, my bad, but still. Let this man let it go. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Got my place smelling like that now, man. I ought to go out there and knock your freaking brains out. Man. Alright, get the thought out of my head. So I definitely would go. I'm gonna mess him up. Where is he from? I hope he's not in the building. If that joker's in the building, I'm gonna light him up. He better not be in the building. You gonna come on my side and do that nonsense? And if you from the building? Okay, let's get this out of my head. We gotta get our head back in order. We got things to do. Man, I swear. I should have blown his brains right there. I should kill his mom right there. I gotta go. I'm gonna go handle something real quick.